about, you know, saving tech for nationals.
Saving the tech for nationals.
And these days, you can't do that anymore. There's just too much information. Everyone finds everything. Anything you find, someone else is gonna find, and it's gonna be on YouTube or on Twitter in like 2 hours. And so at that point in time, nowadays, the idea is you give your opponents everything that they need to know to be able to beat you.
Yep.
And if you can still beat them, that means you're just a better player.
We've had that exposed over at Capcom Cup with Ending Walker. He was doing that throughout the entirety of that week, I feel like. He was playing people in like long sets, and he was like, you know, you could actually punish Ed doing this, this, and this. And like I've seen people take notes like, oh yeah, I have to face off against you tomorrow. Like, this is what I need to do. It's perfect.
Oh man, and yeah, but that's one of the strategies. Honestly, I was also talking to 801 Strider yesterday, and you know, one of the things he's known for obviously is just him, iPeru, aka Renzo, in Utah, and they are the players that just got themselves to that level.
Yes.
Where Gustavo then became a Capcom Cup qualifier like for 3 years, and it's because they kept practicing against each other and really pushing each other and telling each other how to beat each other.
Yeah, and they put in the work, right? They've traveled like across the country, going to multiple tournaments together to figure out how it all works. But it brought them to this very occasion, right? You know, all the work that 801 Striders put in, as well as the rest of the cats that are here competing, it gives them this chance to become one of the early champions of Street Fighter 6. Let's take a look at the bracket and again, see what's going to be happening here in day one for the official tournament.
We're going to be starting here on the loser side of the bracket, as we said. So this is actually official elimination. If you guys are watching the last couple of days, you know, this was just for seeding, and this is what the seeding has presented them. And so now, for Alex Myers and JB, 801 Strider and Toy, their match is going to be a best of 3, and whoever loses is out of the tournament in 7th place.
And you know, it happens to everybody, right? Whether it be a top 8 tournament, top 3, either way, there's gonna be a winner and a loser. They're still gonna be very, very good by the time the game comes out, if you ask me, man. I think any sort of exposure to the game that they can get is something that they're really looking forward to. You know, Alex Myers has always been a big proponent of the SoCal scene. He's like been grinding it out for how many years now? Dude, he's already, you're 30, Myers? That's crazy. What? Where did time go? Like he was, he was like 18 or 19 when I met him.
One of the coolest things that you saw on there, though, I mean, you see the controller aspect over there, JB on the hitbox.
He's on the hitbox now.
Well, yes.
Let's go.
Look at that. He's got the
I see you,
hitbox.
JB.
And Alex Myers, it was listed as he's using the Ergo box. If you guys know Alex Myers' history, he actually disappeared for a little bit because he got hand injuries from playing on the joystick. And he had to find an alternative way to play, and the Ergo box has basically come to his rescue and allowed him to continue playing. It's like a hitbox, except the buttons are facing outwards like this, so you can play with your hand in a natural position.
When I first saw it, I thought it was a helmet, James. I'm like, are you gonna like put it on like Professor X and just start like trying to like gather up mutants at the same time? Like, what are you doing?
It's the block Professor X.
Sure.
That's what it's for.
Sure.
Yeah. But again, it's really cool, and we should probably also make sure the players turn off the commentary in the game.
I mean, that's a personal, that's a personal preference. Myers, again, you could have at least one of them on if you want, okay? He's gonna turn both of them off.
He's gonna turn Tasty Steve on is what he's gonna do.
Hey, that's fine. I would love to hear Tasty Steve. That would mean like he's here in spirit.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
If we can get Aru on there as well, that'd be pretty cool. Like listen, if you're a Street Fighter fan, if you've heard Aru speak in like Third Strike or just any Street Fighter in general, you already know that he is iconic.
Oh yeah, one of the best. And speaking of the best, that's what we're gonna find out today. JB is one of the players rocking that Jamie over there. And one of the cool things about Street Fighter 6 is they've really embraced custom meters for every character.
Interesting.
JB has the drink gauge that you can see under his life bar up there now. He's up to 2 drinks, and that gives him access to 2 special moves. Great bait on the EX. But Alex is not bashful on putting himself into burnout state.
And this is going to bite him a little bit because now I think JB does have access to a lot of pressure because of the quarter circle forward, right? Those hands are going to be a little bit problematic unless Myers can finish it out. It's going to be a huge punish. He doesn't have the meter to kill yet, but drive impact is going to be a problem.
And that is,
he knew it.
That is the key right there. The level 1 supers have invulnerability on startup there. Not huge, as we saw yesterday when Alex tried to anti-air and he got kicked in the face. but that is the only way you can escape drive impacts when you are in burnout mode.
That's right. Currently sitting on 2 drinks is JB, right? This is an opportunity to get an uppercut, but he's going to go for a third. This is going to give him access to at least the windows to get past the fireball. I don't think he's going to go for that, as well as the command grab. There it is. There it is. Look at the damage on that.
All right, just one chunk left. You see how far away you have to go just to try to get the shimmy now? JB walking pretty far away. It doesn't matter. He still gets the round anyway. Okay.
Now, one of the biggest things you're looking for as Jamie, like when you're facing off against Jamie, is like how is he going to try to sneak his drink in there, right? That is a big component to his gameplay to power him up. But Myers, once he gets his big opening, he's going to apply more pressure, throw escape. JB get caught in the air. I thought that was going to be an anti-air. No,
yeah,
sir.
Interesting. But JB, a lot of active frames on that jump kick right there. I think it's like 2 hits.
It is a 2-hitter and it juggles, yeah.
Oh, look at that confirm off of the crouch medium kick into the drive rush. Again, that cost 3 bars though, so now Alex Myers once again sitting with absolutely no drive gauge, but he's got 3 bars of super.
Yeah.
So he's got access to the Kikosho.
No, sir, that's all full level 3. JB faked him out. He thought he was going to commit to any sort of pressure. Now it's going to be so dangerous. Myers is still in burnout. The drive impact, he sniffed it out, he jumped. He's so smart.
How do you even think of doing that? Oh, sorry.
Was that an in-game voice line?
Yeah,
I knew it was an in-game voice line. I could tell by the inflection. That was a level 3, right? All right, cool. Got it.
I definitely heard myself say that 3 times in a row one time, and I was like, oh boy.
So this is a really interesting predicament. JB actually gets to jump in. He could have confirmed into a critical art, but he's saving it, I guess.
Oh, nice block.
He wasn't ready for it.
Plus frames. If you drive rush those overheads, a lot of times they are plus, so you still got to hold that
overhead. The block and the throw. He's throwing the fireball still.
Yeah, and EX fireball. Oh my god, the bar stab with the back medium punch.
The coolest thing about that is it's still the same as like what Chun-Li had in 5. It's the back or forward. Even if you press forward, if you buffer another forward, you get the drive rush.
Oh,
right? So
okay.
You can use it defensively, you can use it offensively, and still like layer in the dash. It's really neat.
Nice. Okay. So some little easy tech to be able to drive rush cancel that. Again, drive rushes cost only 1 bar when you're outside of, not in the
If you do it off of like, parry, drive parry, you dash, cancel out of it,
Yeah, it's only 1 bar, but if you're canceling into the drive rush from a move, that actually costs 3 bars. And again, managing that drive gauge is going to be my favorite part about watching a lot of this game, because I mean, we saw, like I said, Alex is just like spending cash like there's no tomorrow. And then I was talking to, I forgot who it was, it might have been Punk, but Punk says he likes to try to keep the meters as much as possible. And
until somebody like goes to burnout. You see 2 different variations, right? Myers has been very aggressive with his meter to kind of get you in the corner and inflict as much damage as possible. He doesn't mind being in burnout because he's already got the strategies to it. I think the reason why he doesn't mind being in burnout is so long as he has 1 bar, he'll be okay, right?
We saw him counter the drive impact earlier, but JB looking really strong here. Only has 1 drink. I think that means that he gets access to the dive kick.
That's correct. He does have the dive kick.
He just needs 3 drinks to get to the command throw, if I'm not mistaken, right?
At least with number 2, he gets the windmill. He gets to break through any of the fireballs. Is there enough damage here? That's more than enough. That kick does so much damage. It really does. And it's also one of the coolest animated special moves that we see in the game.
I mean, we've been, shout outs to Capcom, by the way, for putting out all those developer matches. But have you seen how much damage some of those SPDs and like Honda Oicho throws have been doing? It's scary.
That was EX. He spent the bar for it. That was OD.
Okay, speaking of OD right there.
That's so tricky. That was a cross-up.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. But again, drive parry. You don't have to worry about the left-right in that situation, I think. Right?
Oh, that could have been so dangerous. There was a punish counter on the board from Myers.
The juggle, didn't quite get it. What a tech right there from JB.
And again, you were talking about that stab, that back medium punch is just taking up so much space that JB wants to take up. 3 drinks in.
Problem is right now, JB doesn't have any super meters right now, so I don't know. Oh, well, this is gonna, he just got one. He gets it, that's it. Yes.
Don't go for the ender. Okay, if he went for the drink ender, I would have been like, yo, call an Uber. You need to go home. You're drunk, man. You gotta go.
Hey, sometimes you gotta get those drinks in whenever you can, man.
You do, but not when it's a kill situation. You just gotta go for the damage. If he went for it, I would have said he's a brave man.
And again, I love the fact that sweeps actually are an effective footsie tool in Street Fighter 6 again. You know, just being able to throw them out at ranges in which it can be safer. Look at this
huge.
buffer, yeah. No reaction time.
That was
time for
sick.
Myers.
That was actually really cool off of the juggle. It was airborne.
Oh no, I think that was supposed to be a drive rush. He just missed the forward dash. You just saw the raw parry there. Yeah, he tried to counter, but you see him throwing him, and look at this
Knockel will do it.
JB with the rush down. The corner is super scary in this game.
Oh, he doesn't block it in time. JB, you sneaky man. So he went for a super punish, or at least, you know, an extension off of that. I think he had more than enough damage on the table still to do without the super, but if he wants to spend it, who's to stop it?
Yeah, exactly. Just make sure you get the kill. Especially because the drive gauge also resets too, so you're gonna spend all your EXs to make sure somebody's dead.
I really love that extension in the combo, or in the corner, especially off of drive impact, because they're airborne now. That was really, really good from JB.
Yeah, see, here goes Alex Myers. A lot of spending, but he blocked it. You know how to punish, yeah.
Oh, he dropped it again?
The range. I think he thought he was going to be a little bit closer. Unfortunately, he
No, he
was not.
still gets it, right? Back medium punch, or sorry, back fierce into the stance change if he wanted to.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice check. And then, yeah, most of the characters have ways to confirm off of lights as well, so you got to be good at that. Here's a punish. Burnout, however, goes into the level 3.
Oh, 10 Ranka.
This going to, yeah, it's good.
100% gonna kill. She is beauty. She is grace. Will not kick you in the face.
And so now, final game, final round here between these two. Again, a beautiful laptop is on the line over here. Nice whip punish from JB, but spending the time to get the drinks. He's got the command throw ready.
Is he gonna go for a fourth? No, he goes to the offense. That was a counter hit. He could have got a little bit more. A punish on the spinning bird against Myers. He's stuck in the corner.
And now you gotta watch out for command throw. He has not shown command throw at all.
He doesn't need to, James. That's it. JB, make sure to buffer just in case, and he gets the level 3. It's time to train. Look at that. Oh, man.
You see it on the screen.
All right,
over there. You
cool.
can see it on the screen. There
We'll take
you go.
that. We'll take that.
Nicely done to JB. And again, JB, a player who really, I mean, I was talking about the people who have trained only on Street Fighter V. JB is one of those players. He came into the scene with Street Fighter V in the toughest area in North America at NLBC in New York, facing guys like iDom and Shine and Arturo all day, every week after week, and found success really fast. Came out to the West Coast and continued the domination out over here. And so it's going to be interesting to see how he transitions, but it seems like he's doing just fine.
You talk about like his start in the East Coast and how he kind of had a slow start to greatness. He kind of had that a little bit in Street Fighter 6 just now, right? He looked like he was at the deficit majority of like the early phases of the game, and then came back with a complete dominant set of rounds, actually. I think that was pretty impressive, the way that he kind of navigated around what Myers wanted to do. I think he intimidated Myers in terms of the neutral. I was actually very curious to see why the fireballs hadn't come out as often, despite having like the drinks on too. I think JB does a really great job of transitioning between playing the neutral game, tempting the drinks, and then going on for a full offense.
Where was JB to end that streak from Alex Myers on that machine just recently?
He's got his eyes set on bigger prizes, James.
Yeah, but let's take a look at the bracket right now. Unfortunately, this does mean that Alex Myers is out of the tournament in 7th place. And so it's same thing's going to happen to one of the players that you can see in the next part of the bracket between 801 Strider and Toi.
That's going to be very interesting to see because, I haven't seen 801 Strider in quite some time. I actually don't know which character he plans to use because his main archetype is the brawler kind of character, right? The last time we saw him...
Take a guess. I want to see if you can get it right.
That's difficult, man. That's very difficult. Taking a look at his previous characters, right? He had a G, he had a Laura. What do you mean, man? This is kind of difficult. This is actually kind of difficult. I don't want to say Jamie.
He plays Kimberly.
What? There's no way.
Yeah.
No way I would have guessed Kimberly. Not once.
And as you can see, also a hitbox player here. Although, he's an old school player. He says he might actually be going back to the joystick. The hitbox is not working out for him as well. He's kind of not used to the spacing on the buttons. And again, this is another important thing to talk about people playing fighting games out there. Use whatever controller feels the most comfortable to you.
As you should, yeah.
We know people who play on guitar controllers. We have people playing on. I'm not even joking. body pillow controllers I've seen before, like people, steering wheel controllers we have seen before. Look, whatever works for you, whatever is most comfortable for you. We have seen people win on hitbox, on pads, on joysticks.
If somebody wins Capcom Cup with a body pillow, then I'm gonna have to resign.
Yeah, I know. I think we all are going.
I'm gonna have to resign,
yeah.
man. That's just how it goes.
And so you know what? If you know, like Daigo decides to start playing on a body pillow, then I think we're all done.
I think so. He deserves the $1 million prize pool by default, or at least the grand prize, right? For those that don't know, man, that is a hefty prize pool, right?
Oh yeah,
the Capcom Cup this year.
2 million total, 2 million
total.
plus that they've actually kind of changed it to at this point. So, so that, but 1 million for whoever wins Capcom Cup next year for the inaugural year is amazing.
Well,
Absolutely amazing.
one way to get yourself ready for it before the release of Street Fighter 6 is getting yourself the equipment too. So that's what these guys are doing. They're fighting for that first place to get that Razer Blade laptop to get themselves ready for the release of Street Fighter 6. Yeah. Really excited to see what Toy also has in store for 801 Strider. Another player that I actually haven't seen. I literally saw him at the hotel lobby and I said, dude, I have not seen you since season 1 of Street Fighter League in person.
You actually said like maybe a year at
first.
Thought,
no, I said 2 years
but
probably.
Pandemic, the pandemic. What is time?
Man,
at this point,
as soon as 2020 hit, I lost track of time and I've probably, slept through most of it. So,
but yeah, here we go. 801 Strider going with the Kimberly. Toy rocking the Ken.
This is the matchup that I've been very much so attuned to. Now, Toy initially starting things off with a medium kick, trying to get a whip punch, but it was too far to get the extension. Now, Strider, as soon as he lands a knockdown, can set up, gets to throw into it. No, if he threw down a later, heavier button, you would get that explosion into that extension. But EXDP coming out from Toy.
Oh, there's that whip punish from 801 Strider. Gets the setup. Oh, actually had to reload. Nice thing about reload and throwing the can to the same frame data, you just don't get the can afterwards if you're reloading, obviously.
Now, I've seen Toy take a more traditional approach to damage. If he does get a hit, I want to see if he's able to flex some of that run cancel stuff, or even run into the amplified versions of special moves. I want to know if he's got that in him in his practice sessions just yet.
Maybe those kick loops in the corner as well.
Yeah, Genrai loops are one of the coolest things to see in the corner for that damage.
Oh man, I know that.
What interruption.
Yeah. And now here's the throw, but it's just a regular throw so you can back roll. Oh, that wasn't actually a combo right there. She can do it at the right ranges. That is plus on block. Very, very deceptive move right there.
Again, a big hit from the side of Toy, but just so much extra damage left on the table.
Ooh, no DP, and now he is in burnout. So you can see Strider trying to push him to the corner so he can get another drive impact there. Toy does have the meter. Oh, he tried to go for the throw, but you can walk away from it. Yep. The proximity blocking in this game has changed a lot here.
Oh, he tried. So that's, you can tell there's a little bit of unfamiliarity there. Toy wasn't ready for it. And, as cool as this level 3 is, I gotta say, I'm kind of sad that she doesn't retain the boost. Oh, okay, I thought it was gonna be killing. I thought she was dead.
Well, she keeps the boost.
Oh, no, that's a whiff.
She keeps the boost for the rest of the game, right?
I mean, it's round 2, so that's the thing. That's why I made that statement, James. I was like, if it's round 2, we don't get to see her rock out with like the headphones on.
That's true. Dude, there's so many cool little Easter eggs in this game that people have found. If you activate it, that's level 3 super with Kimberly, it changes the background music.
It does, yeah.
If you have 2 Kimberlys and you both do it, it adds lyrics. Like it actually adds someone singing to the song. Like,
that's pretty cool.
They just hid that in there, and I love that kind of stuff.
And this is really, really tough for Toy too. That's gonna be a punish. Yeah, if you decide to go for the second part of that medium kick, you are highly punishable. Sprain can, watch out, it's gonna explode.
Yeah, and that's one of the nice things right there. You get that plus frames, At first, when I was playing Kimberly, I'm like, why do I only get limited to 2? Because it's so
good, man.
It's so good.
What do you mean? After
a while, I played. I was like, okay, I see why. Yep, there's that unfamiliarity again.
If you block that initially, the down forward roundhouse, you do have a chance to interrupt it. Drive impact. Does he have enough damage to set him off in the air? No, sir. He didn't get the right sequence.
Actually charge up for the cans as well there. And there we go. The shimmy right there, getting the punish counter with the stand heavy punch. Yeah, I mean, honestly, when she does that little leaping kick and bounces over your head, there's a lot of ways to stop it. But if Kimberly doesn't do any of the follow-ups, she's minus. She loses her turn, but she's safe at least.
What is that, down forward roundhouse? That's forward roundhouse.
It's forward roundhouse.
Yeah. You know, lack of sleep is a real dangerous thing. I'll tell you what.
Dude, this is a brand new game, man. Here we go, throw into the corner, and yeah, throw loops for days. Again, this is also scary too because,
This is a classic case. Although he's doing it over and over again, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You're trying to win? That's just how it goes, baby.
there it is. 801 Strider does accomplish that. He does win. And that's one of the tricky things. So again, if you're a Street Fighter V player, you're like, oh, he forward threw me in the corner and dashed. Clearly, it's my turn to attack because that's how it is in Street Fighter V. In this game, if Kimberly and a lot of characters throw you forward in the corner and dash, they're still in the advantage. So you have to hold that. And so again, corner pressure, throw loops and stuff are very scary in this game. But again, you have so many ways to counter these things with, you have access to EXs right from the get-go of the round.
You gotta guess though. I mean, like if I were facing off against a Kimberly with both of her spray cans, a lot of meters stocked up, and she knocked me down with a throw, am I gonna tech or am I gonna block? Like I'm definitely gonna be blocking. I'm just hanging out, man. I'm just hanging out. Speaking of hanging out, we appreciate each and every one of you guys coming through to watch some of the exhibitions here for Street Fighter 6. Again, come on in, man. It's a very intimate occasion. You guys can hang out on the blue carpet with us to check out some of the games. We still have plenty more to go, right? That was the loser side of things. I believe Toy as well as Alex Myers are now eliminated from the fray, unfortunately, which leaves us going up to the winner side of things, right?
Yeah, so let's take a look at the loser side bracket over here on the monitor over here. You can see right there, 801 Strider and JB have advanced, and they will be waiting for the losers of the next matches. And then, unfortunately, Alex Myers and Toy are out of the tournament. And so just want to remind everybody here, if you guys are here live watching, glad you guys are here joining us watching this event. We do need people to make sure they come in closer. Now, apparently they've extended it. There's a blue line on the ground over there.
The thing is,
as long as you are inside the blue line, you're good.
Somebody in the back played the Fire Marshal in the first of 5 in Street Fighter 6. The Fire Marshal lost. So our prize was we got an extension of our boot. So big ups to the guy who threw it down with the Fire Marshal. Nice work.
Yeah, Fire Marshal, I heard he was pretty good.
He's a Ken player. He's at the Flames.
Yeah, exactly.
So it makes sense.
So, it worked out really well. But shout outs to the Intel guys. They clutched it out in the end and won. So there you go.
I just hope those two don't have more beef than the Philly cheesesteak. Moving on, going into it, winner semis.
Did you just hit me with the stopping box?
I sure did, James. Punk versus NuckleDuDang. I'm glad that it's like the full name now. You have to have the family name in there on top of just like NuckleDu. So that's going to be very, very explosive, I think. Nephew versus iDom as well coming into it. This is like a grand final scenario for any Street Fighter event. Right?
Yeah.
Either of these matches.
Oh yeah, absolutely. These are for like some of the best players NuckleDu versus Punk was like one of the like banner matches that you would see early on in Street Fighter 5. Yeah, marquee matches. Thank you. Again, my brain was not working at that point in time. But yes, one of the marquee matches there. And we get to see them playing here before the game comes out here at Intel at PAX East. That's awesome.
Yeah. What I want to know is what's going to be happening with Punk's character decisions, right? I think for the most part, he's very well versed. We saw towards the end of his lifespan in Street Fighter V that he was able to play actually like the entire roster, right? So far, he's dabbled with 2 characters that I've seen, Jamie and Luke. Jamie, I kind of understood. I was watching his streams. I was watching how he's playing that character. But with Luke, you've already had a little bit of an advantage being able to play that character in the previous iteration, which he did very successfully.
Yes. And yesterday, it was all Luke so far. So that's who he was going with. And so I mean, there's no question NuckleDu is playing Guile. Like, we don't even need to ask that question, right? If NuckleDu plays somebody else, I will take a lap around the entire block, okay?
I'll have somebody else come in and commentate.
There you go. I'm sure Alex Myers would love to replace me so he can talk smack about me instead.
No one's going to do that. No one's going to do that here on my watch. It's my duty to do that right now, James. I'll tell you what, though. Punk versus NuckleDu, right? We're looking at Luke versus Guile on paper. I think there's a lot to be said in regards to what we talked about the Fireball game. I think Luke might have more than a chance to be able to combat that phase of the game.
I think, wasn't it his level 1 can actually eat projectiles? Like, I know we got rid of a lot of the projectile invulnerability, but it was like one of his supers or something has like the flaming fist or something that like eats projectiles. I'm not sure. I think Punk mentioned that. I can't remember now.
I mean, I would hope he could give us a little example or a demo of that. I mean, I would love to see that too. I mean, I'm thinking about just throwing out Sandblast to kind of outpace Guile with his booms. But one of the biggest things that I do like is the extension of Luke's EX Fireball, right? Being able to tap forward and punch buttons again to get an extra set of it is going to be really, really important in this match. It's very expensive, but we'll see if that plays out.
Yeah, but again, NuckleDu and Punk. Again, NuckleDu is Capcom Cup champion, first year.
2016.
Punk, second place in 2019, just to iDom, and of course iDom is here as well. We'll be in the next match. So we've got three, extremely talented players here. And again, don't count out Nephew. Punk actually and Nephew lived with each other for a while, and Nephew was already really strong. But during that time, he leveled up so much, and at one point in time, he was clearly the strongest person in the West Coast.
By far. There was something about that hyperbolic time chamber in the West that just really upped the... I think like whoever was within like a 10-mile or 5-mile radius got really strong, because we also talk about Samurai being in that area. Right? Like that was quite the arc for California residents. I gotta say, I hope Punk does that again, because I would love some West Coast representation from the East, right? A lot of the East Coast players, whatever they do, it's working, man. They're so strong.
Oh yeah. Again, look, as much as it pains us SoCal boys to say, New York is the strongest area in Street Fighter right now. The players that is...
Somebody booed from... What? I did not expect to hear that here.
Yeah, in Boston, right? We're in New England area here, and I heard a boo from the audience. But
that's crazy.
You go. You're right. Yeah, boo.
Hey, man, that's him.
East Coast.
I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about.
I mean, I already made the mistake of cheering for the Lakers on...
that's rule number one. You don't cheer for the Lakers, man. I was in L.A. Listen, man, it's different.
Not in Boston.
It's hard. It's hard to be a basketball fan the last couple of years. I'll tell you what. We don't talk about that here. Not actual sports. No, sir.
Yeah, so speaking of Street Fighter 6, Nephew is one of the strongest players out here in the West Coast. Obviously, recently, Chris CCH has been on the rise here. A lot of people consider him one of the strongest in the West Coast nowadays. But Nephew is still there. Now, obviously, his character, Colleen, in Street Fighter 5 did get nerfed a little bit, which, that always does hurt a little bit. But Nephew is still just such a strong player. And like I said, he's one of the guys that I ran into several times on the stream when I was playing the betas, and a lot of people looked at that pool yesterday and were like, "Oh, NuckleDu's making it out on first seed free," and Nephew took him out 2-0, and he's seeded number 1.
Yeah, I keep forgetting how many tournaments had actually happened that weekend. During like the second beta test, there was literally 4 different tournaments that had happened in the span of a weekend. On a beta test.
Yeah, I know.
And these were capped. These were absolutely capped, like at 64, 128.
Yeah.
I think those are like the 2 big numbers that happened throughout everything. So that's quite impressive. Like everybody's had their hype around this game for so long too, because when it comes to different versions of Street Fighter, there are some very lengthy gaps in between because of the Pro Tour, right? They have so much of a lifespan to see how much of the community kind of like puts their effort into it. And then the new blood that comes in to see whether or not they have what it takes to be the big challengers. You start to really see like the potential from each region too. I think Street Fighter in general with Capcom has done a really great job of highlighting said regions. I mean, look where we are right now.
Yeah.
Right? We get to hang out with you guys here at PAX East to showcase some Street Fighter 6. You guys even actually have a chance to get your hands on it too with the stations that are available.
And honestly, like the improved netcode, I mean, during the beta, Punk says he was playing against like Valmaster in Europe and it was just fine, and Nephew was saying he was playing against people in Japan.
I was playing against jammers in the UK.
Dang.
I played against a buddy of mine over in Japan during beta 2.
That's so cool. And again, that's going to make a big difference. We're going to see a lot more of those players like an Ending Walker, on the rise. We already see an influx of young players, and Street Fighter 6 is going to bring us a bunch more. But we're trying to work out some issues over there on the stream station over there. So while we do that, we're going to take a quick break here. Guys, do not go anywhere. More Street Fighter 6 action coming up soon.
I'm just looking for that rush. I'm so tired, so fed up of you messing with my buzz. Locking eyes, we just touch.
Come on, crank that beat! Yo, party people! Everybody still cooking? Oh yeah, now you're got it!
He was obsessed, you see, with finding an appropriate vessel for this power.
Showtime, baby!
Prepare. Fight with all your heart!
An honor, to be sure.
Where are you going? Let us begin. No! One more! What? Defenders! That's not
You cretin! Meaningless effort!
Strider 6.
All right, everybody, thanks for your patience here. We are going to get back to the matches here at PAX East 2023 at the Intel booth. Once again, shout outs to Intel for setting this whole thing up. Follow them on Twitter at Intel Gaming to keep up with all of their esports involvements, such as this event. And again, Punk versus NuckleDu is coming up here.
That's right.
On this, and we're going straight into the match, Jeremy.
Right into the gameplay. James Chen Vicious on the mic, as you may or may not have heard earlier. But this is Punk and NuckleDu time. Luke versus Gao. We talked about phase one of the gameplay. What do you do when he starts to throw the boom?
Yeah, and again, it's one of the strongest projectiles have been in a long time, and it's definitely one of their focuses, because the only balance changes we saw between Beta 1 and Beta 2 were to buff up the projectiles.
Right. And I've always said, you know, since Street Fighter 2, the man only has 2 special moves. I've got to say he's really good, right? Like, he doesn't need anything else. Like, he's fine with just 2. He's actually gotten buffed to 3 now. Two and a half.
He has what's the command for the Sonic Blade in this
Quarter
one?
circle back punch.
Oh, interesting. So that way you start charging as soon as you do it then.
Correct.
Okay.
That's
okay.
pretty good. That's pretty
Smart,
good.
smart, nicely done. But you can see right there the mixture between regular Sonic Booms and EX Sonic Booms. Now Punk has actually put himself into Burnout. Like I said, he said yesterday he doesn't like to put himself into Burnout, but that's the kind of work you have to try to put in to get in on Guile.
Kind of ridiculous, man. NuckleDu has not had to overextend with his meter. All of his drive gauge has been spent throwing out booms to reset the situation and knock Punk backwards, or just hang out and maybe parry. But look, he's not using majority of the mechanics just because he's totally content with playing this playstyle.
Oh, yeah.
And it works.
Yep, I mean, again, as a Street Fighter 2 player where we had to deal with Guile all day, because he was clearly the best character for this reason right here, I am definitely getting those war flashbacks here from this.
I just stepped away from my computer, dude. I'm like, you got it, bud. That's all you. I don't want the smoke.
Oh, no, I thought Punk was going to get that DP out right there. Not sure, a little bit of an execution error.
I would have loved to see him maybe like jump medium punch into like flash knuckle in the air. That would have been cool.
Oh, yeah,
stun.
That should do it for this round right here.
Ooh.
But you know, it's interesting because you saw Punk combo into the drive impact. In those situations when you're burned out, you're almost better off just getting hit by your drive impact. You know?
Charge up the flash knuckle forward throw. He still gets pressure after this. Ooh, punish counter gets to extend it with the target. Uppercut. Watch out for the throw. NuckleDu, he was ready for it. He did get the exposure down below, right? He got the crouching light kick. Didn't get to extend it. Beast mode, baby. Not the same super, but you know what I mean. Oh my God, he's dead. He's deader than dead. He's in the pavement.
And Luke, here we go. Punk, I mean, it looked like he was having trouble in that first round, but again, this is what these players do. They adjust so well.
Also, this stage is pretty sick.
Oh yeah, all the stages are really, really cool in this game.
If Guile wasn't on the screen right now in the, playing off in the matchup, he actually walks up to view the fighters.
Yeah, he climbs out of the jet, right?
He's in the back. He's in the back.
Okay,
He gets greeted. He gets saluted. Then he walks in. He's like, "These guys are scrubs." He's like, he's got his hands on his waist. He's like real old man status. He's like,
Yeah, just chilling.
I used to fight better than these guys.
See, now I just want it so that if Chun-Li plays on the stage, he comes down and goes, "Who's that?" And she's like, "I'm from Interpol. I'm after Bison." And he's just like, "Whatever," and walks away.
Yeah.
Just straight up play out the Street Fighter anime movie scene.
Lord, did you see the damage that Punk gets to distribute with this character? It's like he never left, really. It's like he's still playing the previous version, right?
Yeah, Luke, obviously known for the damage output in Street Fighter V, has that still here. I mean,
That's such a cool target combo, by the way. Low medium kick to cross medium punch.
do you know what the frame data is on
It leaves
that
you
thing?
plus. Is what it is.
Really?
Yeah, it
Oh,
leaves you plus.
dang. Okay.
If it hits. If it hits.
Okay. But here's this pressure in the corner, and yeah, Punk, since that first round where it looked like Du was just fundamentaling him to death, now all of a sudden Punk has just rattled off 3 rounds in a row.
I'm taking a significant notice that NuckleDu has not been able to throw the sonic booms as much as he was earlier, right? He was really liberal with the amount of projectiles being thrown in the start of the game, but it's really toned down because of the fact that Punk has got really solid reactions against when NuckleDu wanted to use them. That's even
Check
bigger.
into the super.
He's dead. He's also dead for sure.
Yeah, this is gonna kill me. I don't even need to ask the question. Dude, they always have that little tiny pixel at the end, and I always like, wait, I was wrong? Oh, wait, okay, there it is. There's that.
I'll give you a hint, James. If there is a combo that leads into level 3, if their life bar is below half the drive gauge, they're dead.
Okay, all right. These are all like secret commentary tips that you gotta learn.
Listen, man, as long as that information gets spread out early, I'm totally fine with that, right? You guys can call me out when the game starts.
That's gonna ruin me asking the question all the time.
Well, that's why we turn your in-game commentary on, so it does it for you.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, see?
Okay, that works out.
Come on
that
now.
works out. And then I can make fun of myself for being wrong all the time.
That's up to you, man. I always put you and Tasty Steve on by default. And then if I'm feeling like, I don't want to listen to English anymore, I'll go to Aru.
Oh yeah, and shout out to them, by the way. There's 4 commentators from in English, 4 commentators in Japanese. So there's 2
That's right, yeah.
play-by-plays, 2 color commentators for each language. And obviously, a lot of people have said like, oh, let's get some more language commentators. There's 13 different language subtitles for you out there. So they are covering a lot of the grounds over there. And honestly, for starting out here, we've got 8 commentators in here. If this is a feature that gets really popular and people use it, I'm sure in the future they'll try to add more commentators.
That'd be pretty cool.
From different regions. We can get the French commentary and then we get the Brazilian commentary.
Imagine if we got one of even from like the Philippines or even France or Brazil, that'd be super cool.
Dude, I always joke that if they wanted to add France, it would be Ken Bogard.
That's the name I was thinking
and
about,
when you
yeah.
pick him, you're not allowed to pick color commentator. He just does both at the same time. He just does both at the same time. So
well, he should fill up both slots then.
Yeah,
right? He can be
exactly.
main commentary and color commentary.
Yeah, it's just
right?
you can't detach it. So if you guys don't know, Ken Bogard, French commentator, very famous for being a solo commentator, one of the most rapid talkers, and
He's so good.
He just
so good.
went at it, and he was one of the best, probably the best at solo commentary that we've seen in the FGC.
And going into it, looking at the bracket, Punk taking it down 2-0 against NuckleDu in what looked like NuckleDu's favor right out the gate, just based off of the pacing. But of course, Punk being able to dissect that, make it his own 2-0. But NuckleDu still has another shot at life. He gets moved down to the loser's side where he has to face off against 801 Strider. Now, you see JB still awaiting his fate against the loser of the next match, which will be between 2 heavy hitters yet again, Nephew and iDom, as we saw previously.
Yeah, again, Nephew and iDom, we were talking look, do we need to say anything about iDom? Right?
Yes, we really do.
The legendary run, finishing 2nd place at EVO last year, taking out Daigo and Tokido and Mr. Crimson in loser's bracket and just running through everyone, eventually falling to Kawano in grand finals and basically right down to the wire as well.
Right.
And then at Capcom Cup, 3rd place, ending up losing to Jen from China, who just really kind of came out of nowhere.
Last chance qualifier, man.
Caught everybody by surprise, but outside of that, he won Combo Breaker, he won CEO the previous year. The last year of Street Fighter V, iDom was perhaps, you know, the most dominant form that I've ever seen any player be in any given calendar year.
Right, then we have on the other side Nephew. Little fun fact that you saw on the graphic there. It was a Punk's Workshop hitbox that he's utilizing. I actually want to see what that looks like.
Interesting, but yeah, interestingly enough, between the 8 players, we have 7 different characters represented. And
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
This is actually
the one time we get the mirror
match.
match.
Yeah, and it just happens that we're gonna see it.
This is the best part, by the way. This feature is absolutely sick. You get to move the D-pad around. You get different emotes of the players, or of the characters, not the players. Really, really cool. But Nephew also, very, very strong player coming in from the West Coast, originally from the East. But
yeah, we're definitely missing 10 more for a full jury of our peers right now. But we just have the 2 juries right now.
Oh, that's huge. Being able to drive rush into the overhead. Okay, we talked about the mix earlier before the game started, right? Drive rush, implementing the throws now. Just in case iDom wanted to utilize the parry, that would have led to big damage. But good awareness from iDom to just keep his wits about him.
Nephew, you know, like I said, I did manage to play him a lot. He was one of the best at using drive rushes that I had seen. He was also really good at checking them as well.
Yes.
As soon as he saw the green, he just threw out a button to prevent you from doing something. But there's iDom now with the drive rush into the throw. Wow, look at how much meter he just spent right there.
Super expensive. Oh, hey, is that going to be enough though? I mean, like he's chilling now.
Oh, he got the cross up.
Bit of life left.
One combo.
Oh, you're dead. You're actually hella dead.
He's got the feng shui engine.
Oh.
No, actually, that wasn't the feng shui engine. Oh, that was, right?
It was. It was the feng shui.
It didn't hit.
I think it's because iDom was mid-air. The air reset had happened. So Nephew, he launched the feng shui engine, but he held the button down for the tackle.
Oh, okay,
so that's what leads to that extra animation, and it does hit, so you could extend your combo off of it.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised it didn't hit. I guess it doesn't have any juggle frames on that then.
It's either that or Jury had just been just out of place. Like maybe it was just like a little bit too far off above her head, maybe.
And yeah, you saw right there the drive rush into overhead from Nephew, still advantaged afterwards. So he was the one that got to hit buttons afterwards. But here comes iDom once again. No, couldn't get the 3rd hit in time. There's 2
huge
armor. Oh, but a drop.
iDom surprisingly not going for the big punishes again. He's got full meter. He is able to do so, but I think he's hanging out. He knows what he wants. He's hanging out with his boy Nephew.
Oh man, they're both in. Oh, okay. I like this idea here because he got his bars back.
Oh, you're
now
dead.
He can go in. Yeah. So that one drive impact that he did that put him that was really smart because he put Nephew into the burnout state. I'm sorry, I think he was he put iDom into the burnout state.
Right. That's huge. Off of the low forward. Gets the dash, or at least gets to set up the fireball too. What I do like about setting up the fireball is 1, you get to control that space and move forward, and then 2, possibly build yourself another fireball.
Yeah, and I know a lot of the Jury players are happy to see Jury got her dive kick back.
Thank God.
From Street Fighter 4.
Oh, punish? Oh, what a punish too, and a very inexpensive one at that.
Yeah, just the 1 bar for that drive rush. And there you
That's
see.
huge. Ooh, in the corner still.
Wow.
That actually is so tough. That was so tough to eyeball, Nephew. That's very impressive.
Yeah.
You don't normally get an extension, but if it's in the corner, you are still within range to get the uppercut. That was really, really well done.
Yeah,
Smart.
because if he was just even maybe like a few pixels further out, that would have whipped.
He would have whipped and he would have been dead.
Absolutely. So there you go, Nephew taking game number 1. Like I said, coming in yesterday and taking out NuckleDu. Surprising a lot of people, and but again, Nephew, you cannot count this guy out. He is one of the strongest players in the NA region right now, without question.
I mean, you're going up against one of the top 2, so I mean, like everybody here that's been invited, there's gonna be a ton of accolades to talk about when it comes to these players. So Nephew, again, no stranger though to facing off against iDom. I'm pretty sure they've had plenty of encounters in and out of the game, even at Street Fighter League, right? So again, very much so well acquainted with each other. But this is the best part about it. When a brand new game comes out, we get to see themselves restart, refresh, and see who gets the better of each other.
This is one of the most enjoyable stages of a fighting game.
Genbu Temple?
Is when everything. Oh, I just mean in terms.
Oh, I
of
thought you meant physically, like literally.
not
I'm like,
the
oh, we're
background
changing
stage.
We're changing subjects now.
No, Because you said that, and I was like, wait, what are you talking about? Oh, no. I just mean, like, when a game is brand new and comes out, we're all finding out new stuff. People are just posting new tech everywhere. We're learning so many things. And, you know, even when Street Fighter V first came out, we were all playing it kind of like Street Fighter 4. And eventually we figured out how the game flowed a lot more. And you see the evolution of these games, and it's so cool.
And we're still seeing, you know, some of the players kind of figure out a little bit more as even these games go, right? We see iDom drop a couple of things, but note that he's made a couple of adjustments as to how he's trying to perform with Jerry against Nephew. But this is so tough. You know, it's such a good button, too, because it prevents iDom from jumping.
There it is again. Got the punish counter on that. Gets the knockdown off of that in the juggle. I mean, that button basically owned my soul during the beta. That button.
Standing leg kick?
No, not that one. That one right there.
There's multiple kicks, James. You got to be real specific. I don't know which one.
The leaping, straight, lunging.
The roundhouse one.
There you go.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I can never remember if it's roundhouse or fierce. You know, heavy punch or heavy kick.
Fierce is when she kind of like arches her back and hits you from behind.
Okay. Oh, we get the full critical art version of this.
Oh!
Ugh.
It's not the hit that hurts. It's the smell. I'm sorry. What?
I was gonna let you finish that. I was like, where's Jeremy going with this? Okay.
She's allergic to Sakura rose petals. That's what it is.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
That's the thing.
So she's just walking all over it.
Exactly.
You know,
right?
so yeah, for sure.
Brings tears to her eyes.
Of course, for a lot of you guys going to EVO Japan, I think it's going to be Sakura season out there.
Just
right?
about, yeah.
Yeah.
Right before April. So
It's going to be really cool. If you can stick around a little bit longer to check out the Sakura blooms
it must be
in
nice.
Japan.
Forward throw. A little bit of a problem too. He's starting his pressure off with a standing jab. Normally, you could kind of like chain it, maybe get like a frame trap after it with another light, I should say. But for the most part, it's like him getting a throw afterwards. Nephew's got to be a little bit, wary of what. Probably overthinking it, maybe, but.
Yeah, well, here we go. Good corner combo over here. And remember, it's interesting that he actually crossed up there because in Street Fighter 5, obviously you could jump over people in the corner. That's different in Street Fighter 6. 4 and 5 are the only Street Fighter games where you could jump over people in the corner. Every other game, you would always stay outside of it, and they've brought that back here in Street Fighter 6.
Interesting.
Oh, really?
That was
Ooh, okay. Look at the reactions from iDom.
A very, very last hit from Lord Xset's own iDom.
So iDom now at match point. Here we go. Combo push to the corner over here. Ooh, he's actually in block stun when he went for that throw. Nice.
That's a big opener.
Spacing trap right there. Spacing trap punish. Then, yeah, there's the zoom in on the punish counter. You get the hard knockdown.
Hey, that was a
Cannot
counter hit
back
too.
up roll.
Feng Shui time. Bring him to the corner. Look at the damage, but more so. Ooh, the carry.
Nice, actually connects with that dive kick. Here's the throw. iDom trying to make this comeback here and end this here and now, trying to prevent it to go from a last game, last round. He does have a little bit more super meter, and he's also got the full drive gauge. Doesn't
Overhead blocked. Oh, that could have been so dangerous. Forward throw again. iDom has all the meter in the world.
Hates it out. He actually did it into block. He was ready for the wake up from Nephew. What a bait from iDom. And he's gonna take it, and man, you know, when you're iDom, one of the things that makes him so good is that he's just right all the time.
See, that's what you call being a robot, right? That's been an ongoing joke for the last couple of years. iDom only thinks in ones and zeros, I think.
Yeah, basically.
I don't make the rules. He's just established the pace for so many years.
Oh man.
Absolute supercomputer, no joke.
No, I mean, ever since, all of his amazing runs, he's become such a diva, I swear.
What?
So demanding. No, I'm kidding, dude. iDom is
The nicest guy in the world,
yeah,
by the way.
exactly. So shout outs to iDom, of course. A hero to many people in the fighting game community. He has built such a fan base during the course of Street Fighter V, and you love to see it.
Yeah, you get to see more and more of that personality come out as well, and it's actually quite pleasant. I didn't think I'd ever see it, but he's also very knowledgeable about the game in and out of like his characters. I mean, he's a professional for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Any sort of conversation you have with him about video games is a very enjoyable one. It's not too technical. It's very lighthearted, but it makes sense the way that he puts things in perspective.
I mean, it was crazy too, because I spoke with him after he lost to Zen at Capcom Cup, and I was like, oh, so close. He was like, he outplayed me, so. And like, that was that. was like, okay, all right.
I don't think I've ever seen him salty ever. Like, legit.
Oh, man. But let's take a look at the bracket and how things are shaping up over here. We have finished the winner side over here, so we're going to have the rematch of Punk versus iDom here in the winners finals. I mean, how much better could it be, these two players? Now, Punk did say, he's like, if I had to pick a rival, it would be more Tokido than iDom.
Sure, and he looks up to him so much, and I get that. We totally get that.
But I mean, look, we have seen these two go at it over and over and over again. They're always in the conversation of who the strongest of all time in Street Fighter V is from the North America region. And so
it's still a toss-up. I mean, like, with the inclusion of Mena RD now, the current Capcom Cup champion, he's moved to like this general area to the East Coast, I think.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
No, did you? So
if he's here right now, that'd be kind of cool.
The coolest thing about it was yesterday, Punk didn't have to play any matches. Mena drove up here from Philly.
No way.
And they went to a Celtics game.
What a beast.
And like literally Punk was like sitting a few rows behind the Boston bench. Like he was taking pictures of Jason Tatum on the bench and everything like that. And you know, he was saying that he was like yelling, "I love you, Jason Tatum."
What a guy. That's actually pretty insane.
I was like, dude, is that what top
fighting
player
game
privilege? Is that what
fighting game privilege is what that is?
Yeah, I
right?
know, right? I mean, dude, Punk probably walked in, Punk and Mena RD walked in, we're like, dude, we're royalty in Street Fighter V, and so the Celtics Stadium was like, "Yo, come get Tatum."
That would be cool. I would love to see. Oh, hey!
Oh, there he is.
Man, can we get a round of applause real quick for the current Capcom Cup champion, Mena RD, one more time.
Yeah, two-time Capcom Cup
legend,
champion.
actual legend, gracing us with his presence. Now,
not even just a legend, but I mean, what he's done for the Dominican Republic, you know, back home when he won the first time and everything like that, is overall, all around, one of the greatest people in the fighting game community. Shout outs to him.
That's legit. That's actually super legit. Going into it, we did see the loser side of things, right? We saw Nephew fall short just a little bit not too long ago, like literally seconds ago. He has to face off against JB, and that's not his initials. It's not John Batista. It's actually just business, is how we usually put it.
John Batista? Okay.
It's just business.
Just business. Okay, I like that. I like that. Oh man, or it could be just burglary, right? I mean, with the...
He is indeed the Hamburglar of Street Fighter. That's true. Yeah. He likes to kind of throw in some of these EX dive kicks in moments where you think he's gonna throw or strike you. I've fallen susceptible to him at like 2 different tournaments, I think. I remember those EX dive kicks very well, JB. It still haunts me to this day.
It's one of those things. I mean, early on in Street Fighter V's life, a lot of people, when they first learn to play the game, they get beat up by cross up, low short, cross up, low short, cross up, low short. And so you learn as soon as you see someone jump to walk forward to get away from that cross-up situation.
Sure.
And that is why those early dive kicks and the Cien, the very famous Ibuki jump up, throw the dagger.
I still don't know how to block that. I talked to Cien. I've definitely talked to Cien about it in person. He's like, yes. I'm like, I don't believe you. I really don't believe you. I don't know, man.
Man.
I want to believe him, but I don't at the same time. Either way. Jory and Jamie, Double J's Nephew versus JB. Let's see who takes it into 2 out of 3.
Oh, he just goes for the drink right away, and he didn't get to finish the drink, so you can see it didn't actually build up any levels at all.
It's called saving it for later, James. He'll be just fine. He's in the corner now. This is a little bit of a problem as Nephew, again, with Jury. There's so much pressure from this character. She is definitely the bully archetype, if I ever seen her.
Oh, yeah. This character is one of...
Jesus!
Here's the rush down. Look at this damage over here.
Don't get thrown. I said don't get thrown, and he thought maybe he shouldn't have heard me, right? I said don't get thrown. So he teched the throw, and he got punished for it. That was my bad.
Exactly. It's your fault. Your fault, Jeremy.
It was probably in-game commentary's fault. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, man.
Oh, see, right there. You saw JB with the check on the drive rush. So again, a lot of these players getting good. And you know, I think it was Myers who said that Street Fighter 6 could basically be mental stack the game. Because you're going to look for drive rushes, drive impacts, jumps, and dashes. There's a lot of things to keep in mind.
Oh my gosh. Did he catch? Was that a punish? I don't think it was a punish because it would have said.
Yeah,
it would have definitely said punish counter.
That's one of my favorite things too. Just being able to know now if it's a punish or not.
It feels good, yeah.
Especially from the commentary side of things, I gotta tell you.
It's the first time we've seen level 4 Jamie.
Oh yeah,
today.
I think so, yeah. What does he get at level 4? Obviously, he's just very crazier.
Well, he's definitely quicker, right? His walk speed forward is significantly faster. He does have access to a very enhanced set of Rekkas.
Yeah.
The damage output is definitely much higher.
Oof, but here we go. Now Nephew trying to make this comeback here, chipping away little by little. What a dash under autocorrect on that DP.
But what do you do now? Like, what do you do as Jamie? Oh, God, throwing what? You can't grab that. Oh, the overhead. Wait.
Just did it?
Oh, my.
You just did it?
That just happened to be a very lucky circumstance for Jamie. He got the overhead right when Nephew had dashed forward.
Yeah.
Oos. Look at the damage on that. We'll take that. He goes for the drink ender right off the record. You can mash forward kicks to get the drink ender to buff yourself up, but that's Jamie exclusive, of course.
Right, and then but you don't get the pressure afterwards.
You do not.
You want to get the strength. You want to get access to the moves.
He's trying to take advantage of happy hour, James, right? It's buy two, get one free currently for him, right? He wants to make sure to get as many drinks as possible.
Big punish here. Ooh, look at this. Good combo in the corner. Tries to go for the throw, but I don't think he was expecting to hit.
Drink it! That's what I'm talking about!
Oh, yeah. We're in full lit mode here.
Yes, that was such a deep dive kick, too.
Yeah.
Is it weird that when I see Jamie in level 4, all I hear in my head is the like he's partying kind of thing? Like, he's just here to fight and party, right?
Tequila.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's all I think about when I see Jamie or I play Jamie. I have that song playing in my head. It's like,
So if he ever lands the counter hit drive impact instead of boom, we should hear tequila.
yeah, it should be. That should be the soundbite, right?
Oh my goodness.
But it's not. Surprisingly enough, it's not alcohol. It's non-alcoholic.
Oh, okay.
It's key enhancing juice.
Key enhancing juice.
That's what it is, man. I don't make the rules. Yeah, I didn't write the storyline.
Oh man, I wonder if that's the same thing, like Shun and everybody else drinks.
Probably. It's Pocari Sweat from Japan.
Oh, there you go.
Nothing but pure hydration.
Ooh, oh no, it didn't combo, so that's gonna be a punish here, yeah.
There's gonna be enough level 4. Yes, it is. We just talked about that, right? The enhanced strikes.
Yeah.
Getting a little bit of that extra significant damage at that at level 4.
I gotta give it up to Jamie, dude. Like between rounds, he gets his hair back normal real fast. Real fast.
I mean, I'm glad I don't have that kind of problem. He gets it fully braided immediately afterwards. I appreciate you, though. Thanks, James. And we do get the drink. So he is a little bit closer. Despite him not being able to get a beat, he's still in dangerous territory.
Yep, and there we go. The drive impact wall bounce. The shimmy, successful shimmy. And now
Uppercut. Oh, that was cool.
Oh, couldn't get the 3 hits. It's very hard to break that armor. And now here we go, the pressure from Nephew, the corner position, goes for the meaty, activates the feng shui. Here we go.
It's not going to be enough damage, though. That's a little bit scary. It does lead to the situation.
One setup, and again, yeah, is that just a jury thing that she gets that corner set up there?
It could have been that JB had walked forward. Really could have been that JB had walked forward.
But there you go. Look at that JB taking it over there and giving us a 3rd game as well. So this is awesome. We've been seeing a lot of game 3s over here. So hope you guys out there are all enjoying all of the Street Fighter 6 action coming to you early before the game, 2.5 months before the game comes out.
I was waiting for it. I'm like, come on, James, you got it.
I'll do the math in my head here.
I couldn't do it. That's why I let you do it. I'm like, that's all you, man. June 2nd, that's hop, skip, jumping away, probably.
Oh, man, it's so close. And it's not close enough.
I agree. Oh, that's going to be a huge punish counter. See, he had already committed. I think he was buffering the normal, right? The roundhouse into the Rekkas. And that's totally fine.
Oh,
command grab
that you get to combo off of into the super. And now JB coming back here, burning his way through Nephew here. Nephew again was at the top seed of his pool, and now is in danger of going out potentially here in 5th place.
I really like that start from JB. It wasn't a peripheral check, right? He was mashing downward because the input for the actual drink is down punch. If you're buffering that, you're making the opponent think, it's like, all right, maybe he's going for a drink and I can punish him.
Right, I gotta dash in.
Exactly.
To try to check him.
Exactly. So it is a valid strategy to check the peripherals. Dang! What was that? He knew the bartender. That's what it was. He knew the bartender. He got a full special, right? The bartender was heavy-handed. Okay. Well, going again!
Dude, it doesn't even do anything at
that
point.
It does. It builds up drive meter.
Oh, okay,
It builds up drive meter. He takes the drink to build drive meter.
Nice. Well, he needs to do something because he needs the comeback here.
Oh, he ran into it.
Raw feng shui, a raw Fuhajin activation right there. And now we're at final game, final round here between JB and Nephew. What a great punish counter to start. Okay, so there is some juggle on there. You just have to have the right setup.
What a block, but still in pursuit. Nephew, a lot of damage. Look at the juggles. I thought we were at PAX, not the circus. That's crazy.
Oh, what a tech now from Nephew, and he is not giving up this corner position. And here we go.
That was EX.
Oh, and that's a perfect.
Dear God.
He defeats JB, and like I mean, maybe that was some commentator's curse, because I said that looked like, you know, Nephew was about to go home, but he just ran through that last round. And he is staying alive to get at least into the matches for tomorrow.
The best thing about it was it could have gone either way, right? Last game, last round, with the amount of meter left on both ends, I'm pretty sure Jamie could have made a comeback. JB, again, if he had that opening, it would have been a whole different story. But still, man, very, very close. Great exhibition, or exhibition of the characters, I should say, during the tournament. This has been so delightful to see how much they've powered up. And I'm really looking forward to seeing the rest of it, honestly.
Yeah.
Now that we've established ourselves who's in the losers quarterfinals, I think we move on, at least for the bottom part of it.
Yeah.
We get to see who else is going to be playing. It's going to be 801 Strider moving on in there.
It's NuckleDu coming up here. But again, I mean, this was not even intentionally set up, but the fact that we've got 8 players playing 7 different characters is actually really sick. So
Who are we missing? We're missing Ryu, huh?
we're missing Ryu.
Man. James, get in there. Just pick up Ryu. Just play.
I don't play Ryu, man. Come on.
That'd be kind of cool if it was like, hey, we could actually have somebody maybe like, you know, try out for a spot if you play
Oh,
Ryu.
you know what? We can
Cool.
get Ryu player from the audience to come play some.
Oh yeah,
Ryu,
where is that guy? Where is that guy?
Definitely.
Mr. Player from the audience.
Exactly.
Take's combo, by the way, was the sick.
So good, dude. It was so good. Oh my goodness.
Hashogeki, oh my god, man. Anyways,
Look at you knowing all the names of the moves.
I mean, I want to do it, man. If Japan's already got their leg up in doing so, I got to do the same. Man. They're setting the pace.
All right. I will try to join you in Atlanta.
You,
okay? I will.
whatever works for you, you got it, man.
All right, fireballs and DP.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Spin kicks, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
I want some pound cake.
Hey, man.
Have so.
Cross counter. I love that. Man. I love that whole series of animations. It was so good. It was so powerful.
Man, that's an old school.
It really is, yeah. It truly is. If you know, you know kind of thing. I'm not going to tell you where it's from, but if you know, you know. That's just how it goes. Let's talk about the match a little bit. 801 Strider, again, a really, really big surprise seeing him play Kimberly, but it kind of matches his style. Now that I really think about it, he is definitely more concentrated on like the mix.
Yes.
Right?
I mean, the way that he used to play Abel too, right? I mean, obviously Abel had that step kick, terrifying thing to deal with.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, for sure, he wants to be in your face. And I feel like Kimberly is a good character for that. And the way that he plays Kimberly it's scary. He really takes advantage of that foot speed that she has.
Especially when it gets to level 3, that speed is increased dramatically.
Yeah.
Dramatically. Along with the damage output. Like I was trying to calculate it at home when I first had it, like with the CBT 1 and then 2. I think there's like an 11% damage output
dang.
increase.
Okay, that's significant.
It's off of normals. I don't know what it is for like special moves. I didn't really get to check out the special moves, but I was just testing out like all the normals. I'm like, huh. If my math is correct, it looks like about 11%. So it's a really interesting number to pick.
You can't ask me, right? Because obviously
I don't know about all
barely
that,
calculate
man.
how long we have until Strider 6 comes out, right? So
To be fair, that's different, man. You know, we don't ever want to count or
time
talk
blind.
about time.
Time blind.
Yes,
right here.
yes. I am time ignorant. Is what it is.
Here we go, 801 Strider, NuckleDu. Now, I did feel like that this is a very, very difficult match for Kimberly, but again, a lot of people had trouble against Guile. He did really well against NuckleDu yesterday. I was really impressed at how he's playing, but NuckleDu did come out on top of that one anyway.
Oh, that's such a sharp anti-air coming in from Strider. Still able to keep his wits about him. Look at me, Sobots. He's fishing for a counter
Oh,
hit.
and now you are stunned. You get a free jump in combo. You have to be so scared. And yeah, 801 Strider did not have a super right there.
Oh, that doesn't hit.
No, did not have enough invul. Well, actually, it has no projectile.
Oh, projectile invulnerability.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go.
Ooh, the classic NuckleDu.
Yep.
So one thing about that is, like, we're talking about like the spacing between 801 Strider and NuckleDu. What is it that Kim needs to do to get past some of the options that NuckleDu is presenting? I think, you know, one of the slides is probably an option.
Yeah.
Maybe EX teleport to get her airborne as soon as a boom comes out. But right now, once he gets his opening, it's not too bad for him.
Kimberly, when she gets you in the corner, is one of the most terrifying things in the game. And her crouching medium kick is her one. She actually has 2 plus move, plus normal move, which is heavy kick and crouching medium.
Correct.
Kick. And crouching medium kick, though, is a really, really scary one because, like you said, not a lot of characters have the medium one. And look at that. The Sonic Blade makes it so that she can't slide under cleanly. Ooh, okay.
That was actually kind of sick.
This going to kill. He gets the full. Oh no, he didn't get the full one. Okay. It was just shy of being the critical version of the level 3.
Oh yeah, so if it's blocked, you have plenty of time to make sure to counter it, right?
Yeah.
Either a stand jab, jump back jab. Jump back jab is like your safest option too, because even if Kimberly decided to move on back, she has a different couple of extensions.
Yes.
Yeah, neutral jump, forward jump, or jump backwards.
Right.
That jump back from Guile covers all of those options.
Yeah, so again, you know, it's interesting because Kimberly sometimes have to consider just doing raw towards heavy kick and nothing else. Just landing right next to him, right? And faking that part out. Like I said, it's not punishable.
Yo, that was a sick block string. My man used a spray can as well. That was pretty cool. There was 3 lights, an elbow into a spray can. That was very, very genius from 801 Strider.
Ooh, now back to the zoning over here. And she does have the EX teleport. She has the EX teleport, which brings her
then he
in like
gets
that. But NuckleDu knows about it, and he's aware of it, and he's just going to punish it for free like that.
Yeah, I think it's more of a timing issue, right? If you get it a little bit earlier, you might have a chance to actually interrupt. Look at the Sobot. The Sobot kick just takes so much space.
And this, again, is, you know, kind of an indication of why I said, like, I feel like that this can be a difficult match. Now, again, a lot of people felt that way fighting against Guile, honestly, you know, in a lot of the betas here. But there's that upward
Sonic Blade
for the Sonic combo, plus frames off of that. And yeah, just block that. If you block a drive impact in the middle of the screen, you lose some of your drive gauge, but nothing else. You're actually plus afterwards, but you're so far away that it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, like, you get pushed back. It's more of like a reset situation.
He could have linked off of that one. He could have linked off of that.
Like from that far, huh?
Yeah.
Uppercut, crouching heavy punch instead. It's fine.
It works. But speaking of crouching heavy punch, NuckleDu's like, I can do it too. Yep, see right there, the raw. You see right there, and that actually. And he went for the throw. Okay.
And grab him.
He has not shown that option yet.
He tried one time and Toy had walked away, right?
No, he did it again. He did it
too far. Oh, and it still gets clipped, the crouching medium kick. And that's all she wrote. That's NuckleDu going in 2 games straight against 801 Strider.
Oh, nicely done there. But shoutouts once again to 801 Strider. And, you know, he said he's going to try to get back into Street Fighter 6 a lot. He's going to try to play as much as he can. And the coolest thing about it is, you know, talking to him about Kimberly, he's already super hype about this character and everything like that. But we have 10 more characters that none of us have touched yet right now that I cannot wait. I mean, every time I watch one of those videos, they look so good. They look so fun.
Right. And I honestly, it's gonna be such a race to see how many people can like figure out all the really, really cool tech and all the really broken tech at the same time.
Oh yeah. And you know, I'm so hyped for Zangief right now. Get up the grappler love here in the audience.
He says that now.
Grappler love.
He says that now.
There you go.
But when he gets XPD'd once, I'm gonna watch your stream, James. I'm gonna clip it. I'm gonna be like, you asked for this.
I'm gonna be the one SPDing people, okay? I'm gonna be the one SPDing.
You're not a Zangief main, James.
I've been playing Zangief my whole entire.
You're gonna really look at me in the eyes and say you're not gonna play Cammy.
I will play Cammy and Zangief. See, I can play both. I can play both.
Sure.
You can play more than one character.
Says the guy with a Shadowloo shirt on. You're actually going to be a Shadowloo main, aren't you?
Although I will say this, one of the cool things about Street Fighter 6 is that you are going to have different points for different characters in ranked. So if you are playing all Cammy and you want to try someone else, you can play them without affecting your points. You have another skill. So that was one of the tough things about 5. You were like, I don't want to drop back down by.
Yeah, like if I build myself up to at least like Ultra Diamond, it's like, you know, I want to test a character out in ranked and see what I can do.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to sacrifice those points, man. I'm really not.
Yeah, but let's take a look at the bracket. Let's see how far we've gotten over here in this tournament over here. You can see right there, NuckleDuDang taking out 801 Strider 2-0. And again, that will actually be the last match for the day. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. So I think we've set it up right now where we have the top 4 players, and that's going to be played out tomorrow. Same time, same bat time, same bat channel. It'll be on twitch.tv/Intel as well at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But again, these matches have been awesome so far. I love watching this early, high-level play of Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, it's been very, very refreshing to see how much of the players have been really kind of like acclimating themselves from 5 into the realm of 6, and that just entirely really inspires a lot of the players in the FGC, as well as some of the crowd here at PAX East. Let's take a look at what the players are actually playing for and what's really getting them ready for Street Fighter 6. Of course, first place getting themselves a Razer Blade 16 laptop. That is definitely more than enough to get yourself ready for Street Fighter 6.
I mean, look at that second place. Look at that case. That has all of the art. I mean, we also saw...
That's true.
Yeah, we also saw NuckleDu and Punk build PCs here on the stream as well. They're on display back over there. You see, I think it was Punk built the Jamie PC.
He did, yeah.
And NuckleDu built the Guile PC over there. You could see it in the iBuyPower booth right behind us over there. And so you can actually check that out over there. But again, that's a sick case for to win in second place there.
Yeah, and again, a bunch of prizes also from third and fourth place. Being able to beef up your current PC setup with anything Intel is always the way to go. So again, these guys are making sure they're geared up and ready to go for the release of Street Fighter 6.
And honestly, the fighting game community really skewing towards the PC gaming side of things.
Thank God. Thank God, man.
I mean, look, I'll tell you right now, like, I'm a console boy, and even I play all my fighting games on PC now.
You kind of have to.
Yeah,
I feel like.
You really do at this point in time. So, again, Intel, great way to get started on that, getting some of those processors, and again, these awesome cases for these guys over here, winning these cases like that. That's a pretty sick way to display your PC, your gaming PC, in these beautiful Street Fighter, Street Fighter 6 artwork.
And for those everybody in the crowd also tuning in, if you happen to be around the area for PAX East, I highly encourage you guys to check it out, because this is my first time, by the way. I appreciate you guys for welcoming me, because this is phenomenal. Everybody here that's also having a good time, I need to hear it one more time for coming through the Intel booth, hanging out with us here at PAX East. Thank you guys for your time and appreciation for the love of the game, as well as everything Intel. You know, we appreciate you all. You already know. We're going to be coming back to you guys tomorrow at the same exact time, right?
Yep, and make sure you follow, again, at Intel Gaming on Twitter. Keep track of all the updates for this event and for all of their future esports. Remember, Intel, of course, ran the Intel World Open a couple of years ago.
Yes.
You know, they are definitely getting involved a lot in the fighting game community, and we love to see it. We love to see that partnership, so we hope to see a lot more from Intel and Street Fighter 6 in the future.
It's all you, man. I gotta say, it's been cool to actually run the ship with you for Street Fighter 6. I hope it leads to plenty more down the line, but it's just one instance of many to realm of Street Fighter 6.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Glad that you made it here for out for
Barely.
today and tomorrow.
Barely.
Yeah, exactly. And thank you guys once again for all coming and hanging out with us over here. Tune in tomorrow. Come back tomorrow, because we're gonna finish it out with the top 4 tomorrow. And we'll see you then. Peace out, guys.